role in the infrastructural economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading lights, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working on a profession, you got to step down and protect your country, so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Assad is there. These are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people are you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
I see in the next few months a nicer country, very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are coming at the hem of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come.
Mr. President, recently we witnessed the demolition of the CDC headquarters in Comodo Town, which was carried out through a court order. How does your administration ensure that such enforcement action done fairly and without political interference?
The law is the law. It's not the government. It's the government implementation of the law. Police were ordered to do it, and they did it. If that demolition is removal of the people from premises that don't belong to them according to the law.
Who is tempted by Joseph Boakai, who was drowning in his Egypt land, who was dead, red up, dirty, stink. You could find him passing around, practically dead and useless. Why will conduct make you we are vexed that you will struck the work and then lose God's own mission to take you to the promised land? That was the test of time today for George Weah. If George Weah had reacted, he would have fallen in the place of Moses.
National Police commends the Congress for Democratic Change for the discipline, calm, and statesmanship demonstrated during the recent eviction process. Their respect for the rule of law, despite the deep sentimental value and history attached to the property, reflects a maturity that strengthens Liberia's democracy. This movement is not only a testament to CDC's leadership, but also a reminder to all political institutions and citizens that our democracy grows stronger when lawful decisions are honored peacefully.
Today, you have a rebel police director who thinks that he has arrived. And the worst thing about all these people, they all benefited from the magnanimity of George Weah. Ranging from people on the bench of the Supreme Court, they got letters from George Weah. If some of them choose to pay him back with evil, it's up to them. The very Gregory Coma today, he worked in the previous administration when Weah came. He also got another letter again. If he chooses to do what he's doing, it's up to him. But one thing I can tell you for sure is this is how we are always being molded. That's how God has already molded we are and catapult him into success. He will suffer rejection, denigration, humiliation. That has been his life. How can you make somebody who has been down the line their shame? Person has gone through shame. They have gone through disgrace. They have done everything they can. Whatever people thought and were laughing at them, they surmount everything and catapult themselves into becoming someone who is towering that the whole world can look at today. What more can you do? You think you're bringing that person down? You're just hurting yourself. In fact, what you are doing, you are destroying yourself. It's for you to proud in yourself of being bad. When people are looking for good image, you are happy in becoming a bad person. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. He would never ever.
There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, to maintain the presidency. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. But I can tell you, this is a bad example.
George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. He would never ever.
There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. But I can tell you, this is a bad example.
George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. He would never ever.
There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. But I can tell you, this is a bad example.
George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. He would never ever.
We call the economy a labra. The country to our the country, my people. Hey, nobody the country. No money, we die, no money the country. Just back up in the economy, up in the economy, no money the country. Santo Pedro will say no money, Joseph Waka was doing a galo, some of our watching they going to school, we gotta pay. Joseph Waka up in the economy, labro, the country, Joseph Waka, the country to Joseph Waka, we go, bring money the country. The country, Joseph Waka. The country, hey, nobody the country, my people. Hey, the money the country. When you think, you turn it so, and can't count no solution, my people. Oh, the money, you carry the money, we the business people who suffer, we suffer, oh. Najua, Yeswa, Najua, Joseph Waka nabatemu, Joseph Waka yanio, unga kanyonyo, follow Waka, kanyonchuo, oh, you are the chocolanto. Joseph Waka Kajonchu, Aquape Wanda Pawanumte, oh, Joseph Waka, Kajon Choya, so then Kajon yo, Joseph Waka.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way the country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country, as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Good afternoon, people. Thank you so very kindly that you join us. Real Talk Kings 88.5, May 28th, 2026, the reign of Nebuchadnezzar. What a day, great day it is. So excited, as always, motivated, inspired. We are to speak truth to power, get society better, and it's getting better. Though they don't like it from the other side, they think they are the good ones, the real ones, and the other people aren't. But they are giving in. Good afternoon again. Let's have another info day. I'm Sam Andrews, as always, Sam Andrews. Grateful, as always, we are to God, the creator and sustainer of the universe. Having kept watch over us throughout the night, has brought us into this day. He is faithful, he is good, he is marvelous, never reneging on his promises, but fulfilled every word that he uttered. We are grateful to the Almighty God, the creator and sustainer of the universe, the God that hovers Kings 88.5, the God that hovers and protects each and every member making up the team here at Kings 88.5. Grateful indeed we are to him. Thank you for coming on, all of you, wherever you are following from, out of Liberia, in Liberia. Let's say hi. It's another day. It's a great day. It's between sunny and the weather is fluctuating, but it's a great day. Good day. Bapimpo lead, Johnsonville, Mata Puyo, Batnusville Estate, Musa A. Sharif, New Georgia, Gatnusville, Joe Baseji, Mambakli, Princess Elpidet, Gunter, Nima County. The Chief Justice was there today, and he had something to say of Prophet Key. David Williams, Colorado, USA. Vinicius Barr, Newtown, Claudette Paul. Philip Tupa, Dallas, Texas. Rose Quita, Gabriel Amafa, Samuel Fayar, William Derry Wulu, spokesperson, Civil Rights Movement, Caldwell, Louis Logan, River G County, Amara Jala Kamara, Brussels, Belgium, Wisa Colley, Morovia, Liberia, NVTC, Luke Menkanen, Grand Kidman County, Stephen Yakari, District 2, Lower Magibi County, Mantonian Son, Broville, Archie McDermott Jr., Caldwell, Rock Crusher, Benson Weir, Andrew Nangbe, Thumbs Up Community, Caldwell, Terry Conan, Timothy Tiara, Caldwell, Precious, Dakukai, Thinkers Village, Sonia Beach Community, Mansare Abdullah, VOA Junction, Rita Christine Hayes, yes, Flexible General, good, Jumokoli, Jukonti Chie, Roberts Arsenal Perret, Philadelphia. Saturday is the final. I am not supporting Arsenal. I am supporting PSG because of my two Barcelona, former Barcelona player and coach, Luis Enrique and Ousmane Dembele. I hold a great debt of gratitude to anyone who wears the jersey of FC Barcelona. So I'm not supporting Arsenal. I hope that Arsenal can be beaten that way, but under no condition. I'm making Beamer, but my Beamer will not be the reality that sports talk. Robert, that sports talk. Don't take me serious, though. Under no condition, Arsenal can beat PSG. If Arsenal scores a goal, that will be a consolation. They should tell God thank you. But I'm not controlling the reality. It's possible Arsenal can go on to win, but I'm not supporting Arsenal. Robert Perez, we will stay with. Yeah, actually, I don't have faith here. Clady Addison, Delaware, USA, Bapin Paul Lee, Johnsonville, Musa A. Sharif, okay. My dear sister, Orita Sunday Way Choir. Hope you are faring well. I know you are good. Thank you for coming on. And your day is great. Your time is so encouraging. Have a pleasant day wherever you are falling from. The chairman himself, Roman Rico Kenny Ball, Latupan for short, chairman, District 18, Block 18 Intellectual Center, the Melting Pot chairman, the chairman for life, the one and only chairman. Okay, let's get to what we have. Let's get out of Liberia. As you know, just so you know, FC Barcelona is moving. We've done with Anthony Gordon from Newcastle, and we are headed for Alvarez from Atletico Madrid. So the people say we ain't get money, but we can sign top player. They say our team, the academy team, we're managing, but great players around the world want to be part of us. Eugene Jobo, Capital Bypass. they want to be part of FC Barcelona, and because we are a brand. In life, when you raise your standard, people get to you not because you have money, or even when you have nothing, they still feel comfortable to identify with you. The what in generally they say raising your personality, raise your profile, raise your standard. People get attracted to you by what they see of you, what you do. You are a brain. Every person is a brain, but how you brain yourself. FC Barcelona is a brand, a global brand, so everybody wants to play. But when you put yourself in that financial position, what they call cash violence, you want to show up, you're not going to get what you want. That's what happening with Madrid. Madrid just portraying themselves as a team with money. They get money, so bringing Galacticos. But when you get money, people say we're poor. No problem. The leadership of FC Barcelona, just so you know, we'll talk about that at the close, but I just want you to be thinking about it. If you are a Real Madrid fan, so you'll be worrying, which done with Anthony Gordon signing from Atletico from Newcastle, and we're going for Alvarez from Atletico Madrid. Little by little, FC Barcelona was greatest. All right, so let's get out of Liberia briefly, and then we face something we've got. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, says Nigeria could become one of the world's 5 richest and most powerful countries in the next 50 years if trade and reforms continue to grow. Speaking in Abuja, ECOWAS official Dr. Kalu Sila said Nigeria's growth will depend more on trade with other West African countries than with Western countries. He also said Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire could become among the world's top 15 economies in the next 25 years. According to him, trade between ECOWAS countries has doubled in the last 4 years, despite political and border challenges. Right. Police in South Africa are investigating violent protests by hundreds of high school students in Kaffontein, near Cape Town, who demanded the removal of foreign nationals from their schools in the country. Police said about 700 learners from 2 schools took part in Wednesday unrest. The protest turned violent, with a foreign national reportedly assaulted, vehicles stoned, and roadside stalls looted. Security officers were deployed to restore calm and escort students back to school. The Western Cape Education Department said the disruption appeared to have started at one school before spreading. Suspected Ebola cases in the Democratic Republic of Congo have surpassed 1,000 as the outbreak spreads across the country's eastern provinces. According to the Health Ministry, 1,077 suspected cases have been reported, including 121 confirmed infections and 17 deaths since the outbreak was declared on May 15. The outbreak has affected parts of Ituri, North Kivu, and South Kivu. Authorities have suspended some public activities in Ituri, the epicenter of the outbreak, to help contain the spread. Neighboring countries have strengthened border and health checks, while the World Health Organization has raised the alert level to very the Republic of Congo, Ethiopia, South Sudan, and Zambia are at risk of an Ebola outbreak. Those are some of the developments unfolding out of Liberia. Let's pick up our first pointer from the last story. We share no proximity with DR Congo, no border whatsoever. In journalism, there are two things. One, the proximity. Proximity means closeness. So, given that closeness, whatever that is happening could immediately, in a twinkling of an eye, move on. That's what they call spill over. So you want to take precaution, put all measures in place, preventive measures. The second is the content. We do not share border with DR Congo. They are far, and we are far also. But the issue that is unfolding raises concern because it is in the traffic. People are moving from one end to another. They are trafficking. Somebody contracts the virus unconsciously, pass it on to another person. That person unconsciously takes it and then moves with it. So it's referred to as transmission. Our country, they are still playing politics. You've heard the number of countries that the World Health Organization said they are at risk. From the onset, we've been talking about early preparedness. In life, when you experience something first, there is this parable that people have to say, if snake bite you, but whenever you sense or feel a laser or whatever the insect, you will be very cautious so that it doesn't affect you. We can put that parable into this situation that Liberia has to, but they are not really taking it serious. Until probably they want to hear several deaths in Sierra Leone, several deaths in Guinea, several deaths in Nigeria then. From the onset, we've been talking about it because we experience it. We are experts by experience. Whenever you experience something and there are signs of recurring, you immediately call on the necessary authorities to do something. Otherwise than that, it's going to be. So they stay, yeah, they have done nothing. They stay waiting for 4.2 million. They should have money before. When they had earlier passed 1.2 billion budget, they stay calling. Where is the contingency budget? That is why every ministry receives budget. They have the budgetary allocation. Within that budgetary allocation, there is certain amount for contingency or emergency, just in case. The reason that logic is there, if you have a situation like what we have now, the health minister tells the legislature they need 4.2 million. And the legislature does not have a money sitting in their coffers to immediately take it. They would need a roadmap, a clear understanding. And it is not unilateral decision. They're going to sit down and start discussing it here and there. It will take time. So why that is going on, why the legislators are looking at it, the necessity of giving the money, the amount, the severity or less severity, why they're discussing all of those factors, the ministry goes into its contingency budget and start with the preparation. What if the legislature says that money cannot be approved? What will you do? That contingency budget, they use it on themselves. I know that for a fact because some of the people at the ministries complain. They tell us, say, Majula money, the people just use it. They just there. The minister will just sign for the minister will request for this amount. The deputy request for the amount. They may fake voucher. We are gradually heading to a crisis or an emergency point. If the World Health Organization didn't mention us, it doesn't say that we can. The World Health Organization knows that Liberia experienced Ebola, and Liberia is a lesson. So if it cannot use the lesson it learned from Ebola during the regime of Ellen, well, then that's it. Again, please listen to the countries that the World Health Organization said they are at risk. These are the countries the World Health Organization said they are at risk. The World Health Organization has raised the alert level to very high. The Africa Center for Disease Control and Prevention, okay, it is Africa, but the World Health Organization said it is at a very high level. The Africa Center for Disease and Control, Center for Disease Control and Prevention says 10 countries, including Rwanda, Kenya, Tanzania, Angola, Burundi, the Central African Republic, the Republic of Congo, Ethiopia, South Sudan, and Zambia are at risk of an Ebola outbreak, meaning there is a likelihood, if measures are not taken by these countries and given the signs that the Center for Disease Control is saying, these countries might likely be affected. And when these countries are affected, given these 10 countries, what's going to happen? Till now, we have not done anything practical. And listen, let me say this. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf did blunder. She blundered in her handling of the situation from the onset. That was not right. Other countries were proactive. When the thing concerns, calls, and suggestions for the borders to be closed with just emergency exit and inflow. What did the government of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf say? Let the borders be open there because of trade. You cannot block trade. There should be free movement of trade, goods and services, and the security, the medical people will do this, will do that. Others said no. Given the way it is fast spreading, we may not be in the position. It might overwhelm us. What did some of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf people say? That the people were sounding political. They were dismissive of the idea or the suggestion. They said the people sounded political. At the close of the day, what happened? It overwhelmed us. The government did not know what to do. That's what led to hundreds of thousands of people dying of Ebola. And because the health sector under the Ellen's regime was dead, it crumbled, nothing in place. So the other group that did not contract Ebola had other illnesses. They concluded that those people had illnesses. So people were afraid. People psychologically, they died in the house. People kept their family, their relative, whoever got sick in the house because they felt if they took the person out, they will conclude that that person had Ebola. Some of the health sectors, I mean the health practitioners, unprofessional as they are, given the severity of the situation, unprofessional as they were, I'm talking about then, they concluded that every person was Ebola infected. Even if you have cold, they would treat it as Ebola. That what carry the number of deaths up in our country. What am I saying by this? We should not follow that same path. If need be to close the borders, shut the airport with just a small but rigid inflow and out, which will involve sustained screening and every other thing you have to do. During Ellen's time, I'm telling you because we were here, we saw it. Other countries were doing just that. When it was suggested in our country, the people here say, some of the people say no. Some of the politicians say no, there should be a free flow of goods and services. You can shut the traffic. It will affect the country. Food will not come in. Goods, dry goods, as they call it in Liberia, will not come in, and the country will be this, the country will be that. Ellen too, she listened to those ill pieces of advice. The health sector was already rotting. So when it got serious, it overwhelmed the country. We could not do anything. People just died. They just concluded that this person, oh, Ebola, 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 Ebola. Because the health sector was bad of nothing, so there was this general conclusion. Anyone who fell ill, Ebola patient, we should not repeat that atmosphere. Being proactive, it means moving in to swallow the bitter pills. That means taking some hard, radical decision that will save your population. The Center for Disease Control have already raised the red flag, raised an alarm that these 10 countries are on the brink of Ebola outbreak. And if these countries that the Center for Disease Control name, if that happens, no doubt, because you're not going to detect every person. So it is our understanding that we'll be proactive. And just as we have started as an institution, Kings 88.5, to caution you, to advise you, do whatever you can, please. This is no politics, even though they will try to pull it in that manner. But do not look at it. Think of your life. Think about your son, your daughter. Think about your wife's life. The wife has to think about her life. So everybody should be everybody. Help. Start buying your bucket. You can do the chemistry. You know how to do it, how to get your soap, your sanitizer, your chlorine, whatever. You can do your mixture. Some of you are chemically inclined. You can do your chemistry. Get your notes math and every other thing. You know. They say the first law of nature is self-preservation. If you are not proactive now, and you wait on the government, depending on the government, the time the government might come, it might not be early. I'm not saying that you can wait on the government, but don't wait on the government entirely. Why the government is working out modalities medically to prevent, you too must start. It starts with you. The government will take time. There will be plenty discussion here and there. And disease, especially contagious disease, does not wait for a discussion to finish. It's contagious. It's moving from one end to another in a twinkling of an eye. We don't want anybody to succumb to Ebola, please. So do your individual caution. Get your bucket, get your water in it, get your nose masks, get your sanitizer, spread the information. I don't want to say Ebola is not in Liberia, and I cannot say Ebola in Liberia because I'm not an authority. We are not an authority institutionally. What we are doing is cautioning, giving the contagious nature of the disease and the experience we've had in our country. So we are giving our pieces of advice because we are citizens, we are Liberians. We experienced it before, we don't want to experience it. That's why we're telling you, the government will come in, they say they need 4.5 million. When that 4.5 million will come, what if the disease is in your community? What if it is on your campus? What if it travels? Disease travels just like electricity, contagious disease. It travels just like electricity. It's fast. Before you can realize it, it's there. So why are you waiting for the government? It's good to wait for the government. It's good to listen to the government. But you have experienced it before. When I say you, I mean the country. So you are aware. Don't wait for government to tell you, get your bucket, get your sanitizer, get your nose mask. Start to do all of those things. Be proactive. Go ahead of the government. So when the government comes now and bring theirs, then you already fortify the government materials, the government pieces of advice can prop you up. Please do. With that said, let's move on to the Chief Justice bragging and boasting and ranting joyfully of jailing Prophet Key. Why others may hail the Chief Justice for that? But I don't think it is right to go around bragging that he jailed Prophet Key for cursing, as the president will go with parable. He explains the parable too, that people in a hall, you can't curse in a hall, you can't curse, all kinds of things he was saying. It is not good. You frighten people. You think that because you are the Chief Justice or you got power, so you say. And the way he said it, you can see that the Chief Justice is looking for many more people to take to jail. What he said earlier, he repeated it. In my literacy, you cannot say that. When you say that and say it all of the time, you're not cleaning society. You're only saying that you are a dictator because you got the power. You are demonstrating the Nebuchadnezzaric instinct that you have the power, so you will do it. He's in Nima County for a judicial issue about the court, and he took our time to brag, boast around about the jailing of Prophet Key, that Prophet Key will serve his term. That is not a constitutional, legitimate term Prophet Key is serving. That is a political term he's serving. They trample on Prophet Key's right, as much as he is a supporter of them, but that was not right. If you want morality in society, as the Chief Justice will always say that, oh, the law is to clean, look what is unfolding. So the law should not be about cursing only, or his authority should not be about cursing or jailing people who insult. The law covers everything. The law goes. Immorality is that which is not right. So in the very judiciary, look there, whether there is absolute or there is 100% everything they do. So what has cursing done to this country? I'm not defending the man, but I'm on the Chief Justice's words, how he boasted joyfully of jailing Prophet Key. And he said the man would stay there. Prophet Key staying there. Prophet Key, when you please help me, when he went there, I think Prophet Key have gone 3 months. 3 months to go. Prophet Key will not die. Prophet Key comes out, you can stop Prophet Key from cursing. The reason you put Prophet Key in jail, because you say Prophet Key reference you. There are people are listening to one other lady and another guy cursing bad way on social media. So you should go around, send your people, be looking for people, send your Chief Justice to jail people for cursing. So send your people around. Look at that other lady that was on social media. She stayed there. Listen to the kind of thing that lady is saying. Listen to it. And you know what the people have started doing now? They have started mimicking, meaning making fun of the Chief Justice. When they do all that, when they say can't jail or can't carry the jail for 6 months, you reduce yourself. Have you ever listened to the man? When we tell you this government is a dictator. This government is a dictatorial government, a tyrannic government. Everybody exercising power. No wonder the United States said no rule of law. Chief Justice get ready, he put somebody in jail for 6 months. The police director get ready, he carried 500 armed men to people hall, he barricade it. But inside, the other representative ready, they put people outside. Everybody doing their own thing. No system in place, no coordination. You listen to the Chief Justice bragging the jailing of Prophet Key.
Kabedam, this is your code. Take possession of it. As the representative said, we want to see you collaborating and cooperating and making sure that you make use of the court. Respect the judges. When you receive a paper from the court, don't say that challenge you. Come to the court and tell the court this is my reason. Don't refuse. People have a habit of bringing government property down. This, I hope, will not happen here. Anybody attempting to bring code of police station while I'm Justice, we are not going to establish new player for you. Or I can tell you that you will not come back to your people on their leave. You will not do. Confusion is everywhere. Every society, government, are good and bad people. There are a lot of good people in the market, but there are a lot of bad ones too. Prophet Key is an example. It's everywhere. Every society, government, are good and bad people. There are a lot of good people in the market, but there are a lot of bad ones too. Bad people. There are a lot of good people in the market, but there are a lot of bad ones too. Prophet Key is an example. Good people in the market, but there are a lot of bad ones too. Prophet Key is an example. Good people in the market, but there are a lot of bad ones too. Prophet Key is an example. People in the market, but there are a lot of bad ones too. Prophet Key is an example. We are destroying the good name of Nima people, destroying the good name of people from Sabata district. In our society, nobody abuse woman court. If you do it in the town and you are married, men can play you. In our society, nobody abuse woman court. If you do it in the town and you are married, men can play you. In our society, nobody abuse woman court. If you do it in the town and you are married, men can play you. In our society, nobody abuse woman court. If you do it in the town and you are married, men can play you. In our society, nobody abuse woman court. If you do it in the town and you are married, men can play you.
So he is simply saying that Prophet Key was jailed on ethnic ground, that he breached the cultural standard traditionally of Nima County. So it was not solely because, listen, like you see in America, the people can use all kinds of words on the president. They can use all kinds of, those are common words. People say, oh, expression, it has free speech has X, Y, Z, and a lot more. But if you listen to him carefully, that's the reason he jailed the man. So probably he put it in the tribulation situation, because the tribulation is not for killing. It's not for killing, it's a punishment of refinement. That when you come out of it, then you wouldn't do what you did from the onset. So maybe that's what he's using. That's that formula he's using. Placing in a tribulational position, 6 months in jail. When he comes out, then he's refined. So as a Guillaume or Mano man or Nima Kante man, he will now stick to the tradition. He will not be insulting. But this can't stop the man. It can't stop him.
Society, nobody abuse woman cause. If you do it in a town and you are a man, the men discipline you. If you do it a woman, the woman discipline you. But unfortunately, we have one child from a mother who decided to live with an abusive woman. Discipline you. But unfortunately, we have one child from a mother. But unfortunately, we have one child from a mother. But unfortunately, we have one child from a mother. But unfortunately, we have one child from a mother. One child from a mother. But unfortunately, we have one child from a mother. One child from a mother.
But unfortunately, we have one child from amongst us. But unfortunately, we have one child from among us. But unfortunately, we have one child from among us. The mentality of why he sent Prophet Key to jail is not because Prophet Key insulted, Prophet Key being insulting. He was not moved by all of those things. But Prophet Key in jail because Guillaume is poor or Mano man. So a Guillaume Chief Justice or Mano Chief Justice, and you know it's wrong. In our time, man can cause woman cause. The man explaining the real reason he sent Prophet Key to jail. There are people who insulting all over. You see that other lady, that other man on social media. But wait, more than Prophet Key said. He can't go there. Prophet Key was jailed on ethnic ground. That's what the man is saying. No, it's simple to understand, not difficult to understand. Then he said the traditional people came to him. I know the Trevor, Guillaume, Mano, Ban, but they went to him traditionally and say, we're sorry for what he did. He breached the culture standard. He not still on inside, so we beg you, release him. Amen. Yeah, I said the people can recall that.
Nobody abuse woman cause. If you do it in a town and you are a man, the men discipline you. If you do it a woman, the woman discipline you. But unfortunately, we have one child from a mother who decided to live with an abusive woman. Today, we lack you, you will remain there until otherwise the child is forgiven. Who decided to live with an abusive woman. Today, we lack you, you will remain there until otherwise the child is forgiven. With an abusive woman. Today, we lack you, you will remain there until otherwise the child is forgiven. With an abusive woman. Today, we lack you, you will remain there until otherwise the child is forgiven. With an abusive woman. Today, we lack you, you will remain there until otherwise the child is forgiven. With an abusive woman. Today, we lack you, you will remain there until otherwise the child is forgiven. That last week, various people from the town came to me and gave me cola and white chicken. They say when somebody abused an old lady in your mind, 90+ years old, they say, okay, we come to plead with your mind. I took it, but I told them from the key will serve his sin. They said, I don't want to kill him. That's the kind of person I am. But the issue that society is disciplined. The answer of this gamble is to get justice or is to discipline society. When you are wrong, you will be wrong. When you are right, you will be right. Make use of the court.
we have not been supportive of him, but you cannot send somebody to jail for that. 6 months. As he brags about it, even 2 years, 3 years, people have gone to jail for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. They came out. They came out alive. Prophet Key will not die. Prophet Key will come out 6 months. The man, I think he's in his 4th month. He will come up before the year ends. He will be out. Does that mean, if he comes out, does that mean that he's not going to use any vulgar expression? So the Chief Justice only told us we are aware now why the man was sent to jail on ethnic ground. He breached Nima Kante culture. The traditional people came to him after certain time to talk to him. They brought a cola. In the town, the man cause, woman cause, discipline you. You have people, if the gavel were for cleaning society, as he said, you get people all over. That other lady, she on social media, the other man, it costs, bad way. Then the man tell he say, and you can jail people for 6 months. That Prophet Key, you can't jail me now. Come for me, can't jail me. People insulting all over the place here. People stand there insult. You will go tell people to go send a person to jail. The Chief Justice can never do it. He can never. Anybody says anywhere in insult, use vulgar expression, he can never send them to jail for 6 months. That's not what the government is for. It's in no law of this country. The very people who in top position who should be serving as role models, yet the expressions that come from their mouths. Oh, how I like God, man, Jesus, when he said, he who has not sinned, meaning he who is the cleanest, he who is ethical, culture, no spot, stainless, let him be the first to throw the stone. You jail Prophet Key going 4 months, I think 4 months, if I'm not mistaken. But it's not going. Prophet Key will come out. Prophet Key will come out. It won't stop. You can jail the person. He's using Aristotle theory. He said the law is intended to restrain the beast of the person. But the law cannot restrain the beast in every situation, in every person. Because people have been sent to jail, they came back, they were even worse. The most sophisticated of restraining a person, restraining a person, changing a person is rehabilitation. That is why you see most of the parent, mother, father that beat the child, whichever way, and say they're training the child, change, nothing changed. The child just remained the same with the same attitude and even get worse. But the one that on the other side taking the time to rehabilitate, nurturing the mentor, that boy or girl start to follow the standard. Prophet Key comes out. He's not going to stop him from cursing. Prophet Key can come order that prison and stand right there and use vulgar expression. The Chief Justice can send him back to jail. You know why he can never do it? Because it will be known that indeed that is exactly the nature of Unity Party. Come on, not because he's Chief Justice. No. Speak truth to power. Tell people the truth. He's not above. He's not above anything. You think George Weah and the rest of the people, the other people that couldn't send people to jail yet? That people being insulting. But what has it done? How has it changed Liberia? That's individual difference. People say all kinds of things to people. What has it done to them? Nothing. When you insult and insult, people just know what you're telling people that this is your orientation. This is my upbringing. That's what it is. People insulted or they insulted our mouth by all kind of way, everything. My response has always been, it does not take anything from on them. It does not stop them from existing, even though they are not alive again. They are not alive again. But I only know that the person is portraying his or her orientation. That's all. If somebody insulting you, please don't get vexed. Neither must you retaliate. Don't. The person is only telling you that is his or her upbringing. And it changes nothing on you. Don't ever be moved by somebody using vulgar expression on you. You will find yourself in a situation that you will say at certain point in time, if I had known. People who take on to that, they are in jail presently, some of them in hospital, some of them in emergency ward, relationship court, all kinds of things. Insult does not change anything on anybody. It does not say you're not going to exist, you will not have what you ought to have. No. The person is only telling you by the vulgar expressions that he or she use is, this is my orientation, this is my upbringing. When you see people insulting, saying, oh, don't have problem with them. No, don't have problem with them. Listen, in reality, people insulted Jesus, the Messiah who could take miraculous action at any time, but he did nothing because he knows that it does nothing to anybody. It is only when you think it is harmful to you. How can insult be harmful to me? How is it harming me? Somebody express themselves. How is it harming me? It's not harming me. The person is showing the kind of orientation he has, his upbringing or her upbringing. When people insulting all over the place, insulting, he said, no, don't get bad. Don't get jaded. Yeah, don't get vexed. There's some people, oh, you talk to my mind? You can't call my mind? You know how my mind bore me? Then you go do something. Plenty of people, they're in jail. Some of them in hospital. Some of them get marked on their everlasting mark. That will be doing it for that. Let's move on to the comedy that unfolded today. He doesn't have the balls. He's not man enough. He just have the body huge. He mimic himself. That means he made fun of himself. After referring to the House of Representatives as corrupt, which they are, from time to time. What kind of legislature says we were not around, but from Ellen's time, we heard that song, oh, lawmaker, everybody. We after we heard it. So there's no news in this one. It's not a news to say the lawmakers corrupt. That news. The man said what he said, and they told him to retract his statement. He should apologize. He said he wasn't going to apologize because he wasn't in the wrong. They invited him. They summoned him. They summoned him ready to use their contempt power. He went there. He apologized after saying that he would not apologize. He apologized alongside the special assistant to Joseph Boakai, Samuel Stikwaya, who said that the president made it clear that going forward, Sheikh Mustafa Kuyate should not make any public statement. If he wants to make a public statement, he should either read it or record it or go to him and say, this is what I want to say. Review it. If the president is satisfied, then he will tell him, Sheikh Mustafa Kuyate, you can go and say this. This is how you say it, and you are being monitored. Rescue. Yeah, let me show you something. What the man did. Here is the comedy. He's not man enough. He said he was apologizing for betraying his guys, his leaders, those who nurture him, those who he followed, from Patrice, PLO, Lumba, to the rest of the guy. Those of you on the radio, you will not be able to see. I brought it this way for those who are online because he's demonstrating. But just follow the sound. Yes, Sheikh Mustafa Kuyate. Every portrait in his office, he went bowing to it or kneeling or whatever, expressing gratitude that he's sorry. He's sorry for what happened, that he had to apologize. Rescue.
Sylvester Savanos, Olympio, I will never let you down. Mega Cabral,
I will not let you die.
my general,
You let
I
it
can never let you down. Captain Lumba, I can never let you down. Nandi Azikiwe, I can never let you down. Dennis Kenneth Kawunda, I can never let you down. Samara Michelle, I can never let you down. Bama myself, I can never let you down. Julius Caesar, Julius Nyerere, I can never let you down. Jerry John Rawlings, I can never let you down. Colonel Mohammed Gaddafi, I can never let you down. Antonio Agostino Neto, I can never let you down. Robert Mugabe, I can never let you down. Oseji Ford, Kwame Nkrumah, I can never let you down. Lepo Sida Senghor, I can never let you down. Thomas Sankara, I can never let you down. All Liberia, I will never let you down. President Barker, I will never let you down. Your Excellency Netumbo Nandi Ndiatwa, the President of Namibia, I can never let you down. Joao Manuel Lorenzo of Angola, I can never let you down. His Excellency Duma Gideon Boko, Botswana, I can never let you down. Modibo Keita, you fought, I can never let you down. Jomo Kenyatta, I can never let you down. Fidel Castro, I can never let you down. Michael Mosiah Garvey, I can never let you down. Che Guevara, I can never let you down. Comrade, His Excellency Graham Traore, I can never let you down. His Excellency General Abdurrahman Chiani of Niger, I can never let you down. His Excellency Mamadou Doumbouya, I can never let you down. Guinea. His Excellency General Assimi Goïta, I can never let you down. The African Union, Africa, I will never let you down. And our country will never let us down.
Thank you, Chief. Yeah. I say, United Party reduced the man. They force him. Yeah. He betrayed. He stooped so low. After making B more, he said he's Sheikh. So, Unity Party President Joseph Yeman Boakai had his cabinet meeting today. My people, President Boakai needs to do the honorable thing. Tell the people that the job is heavy for him. There's this cool expression they have, says sebele tuati. Sebele tuati. When you ever put it down, when the load too heavy, pull it down. Today, again, man, President Boakai, the man had a cabinet meeting. Again, the man had the audacity to beg his people to admit job creation, job creation, job creation. Oh, God. Nothing, no job, nothing happening. What a man, my man, let the people listen to you. No job, no job. The mentor people today. The job creation, yeah. Y'all listen to Prezzo. That man, he says, the man say, job creation being harder. The government stays struggling to get job for the people. Things are difficult. Things are not working as he had, or he told the people. On the member campaign, there will be job in this country. We will create job. Young people, y'all will get job. Young people will be scared. All kind of things you were talking. He said, I need to bring back some of the president campaign messages. Yeah, from the past. So people would see it. Your way are trying to process Mr. President. So you're the job. Okay, I think we there now. Mr. President say no job. The people have to create job. What the man say? Not easy. It's rough. Things are tough. The government really shit on the government. You know what the beginning? And y'all know that expression from the beginning? Say Brabi, it's show. They didn't no idea. Try. No way. Things not really working. So that just go now. We're looking up to what that expression mean. When the beginning say Brabi, it's show. Mean not we not try. No idea. Nothing. So we know the prayer we air now that only God. So the same thing. Government, they just depending on God now. Then God, he said, his cabinet ministers, and he said that God will reward them. So let's go. Let's listen to Mr. President. Already he laughs, so I beg you, please try to manage it, yeah? I know a president too loud.
The usual. Happening.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Okay. So right after that now, you're gonna hear Mr. President, the President, His Excellency, Dr. Joseph Yeman Boakai. The man has 2 doctorate degrees, even though Kula Fofana say we should not call the man, we should not attach doctorate to his name because he ain't like all I think he a humble man. But yesterday, they were condemning the other people. Last night, teacher lied talking about the man chief. I laughed last night just about father. So teacher lied asked, he said, what the bear? What you got Barry, George Weah, Bwaka Katumu, and Club Marie Weah, all the other teachers. So he gave where man chief bear? What Bwaka? If I say about teacher lied, the bear got chief bear. The man achievement, that parable. So what teacher like? I saw what part I achievement. I said, man, achievement a parable. The man parable is cheap president. The man cheap parable all the time. Where the bell? Let's go to the bell. Where is the Prezo? Let's hear you.
I want to thank you very much for your attendance. I know some of the ministers, some people are not here, but they are represented. I just want to let you know that these cabinet meetings play a very important role in the running of the nation because it is where we share information. It is where we take decisions that affect the lives of our people. And I want to thank you all for the sacrifices you make in many ways to make things happen. I don't want you to worry much about whether all the people appreciate them or not, because you called to do that, and You're doing your work, and God will reward you accordingly.
Yeah, listen.
We have few concerns. Yeah.
You listen here? You read it now? He said, we have few concerns here. Meaning, serious thing. Yeah. Listen.
In the country, we talk about the focus on jobs, creation.
Yeah, Mr. President. Say, we have few concerns. So the first one, that job creation. Concern means something that we have to do, we ought to do. A serious issue, something of vital importance. That which we've obligated ourselves to, and it is not working as it should. So it becomes concerning, or it is concerning. And that is the reason people call meeting, to find a way out. So one of the concerns, because there are a few things he talked about. The first, job, no job. They got to do X, Y, Z. Then he went to the other, the agenda, the items, I think about 2 or 3. Not easy.
The focus on service delivery to our people.
Go back, Preso, go back
The
to that one.
focus on, as you know, the social media and all of these, but
Hey, lead that one, lead Facebook in there.
affect the lives of our people. And I want to thank you all for the sacrifices you make in many ways to make things happen. I don't want you to worry much about whether all the people appreciate them or not, because you're called to do it, and you're doing your work, and God will reward you accordingly. We have few concerns here in the country. We talk about the focus on jobs, job creation, the focus on service delivery to our people, the focus on as you know, the social media and all of these, but we should be mindful of is whether or not you're serving the Liberian people to the best of your ability. And we just came from Lofa, where we went to break the ground for. But some of you already been to Lofa before. Menekoma is where we connect Sierra Leone. Because you already know that the road from Banga to Salaye, I'm sure probably was will correct us, that corridor had already been completed. And of course, we are waiting the time for them to go and dedicate that, and they'll take it from there to what Vanyama, while these other people will start from Menekoma to come and connect. So we'll be waiting for the public ones to let us know when we're going to do that. But the other day we did a groundbreaking, starting from Menekoma to come all the way to Vanyama. We're happy that we did that successfully. Australians were there. I'm sure Guineans and all the people who will be benefiting from that road. There's a travel directive that have been issued. I definitely will make requests that they want to travel for medical reasons, children graduation, for all of these. Sometimes it's difficult to say no, but we want to make sure that we spend some time, a more important time, trying to deliver to the people, especially so, some of the things that we do are time bound, and that some of the trips that could be deferred, or maybe you can have Zoom calls and things. We should make use of those things.
There you go.
The cabinet decisions that are taken should have a follow-up. It's important because the decisions are for implementation, and we want to make sure that people who have the responsibility make sure that those decisions that are taken are meant to be enforced or implemented. We've been informed about the situation in South Africa.
Okay, that's Chief. Thank you. You would the man. Sorry to say, no disrespect, please, but the president was purely a distorted presentation. A cabinet meeting, the same thing the president said in the previous cabinet meetings. The same thing he repeating. The only difference, the only attach is the South African something. It is xenophobic stuff. But that's the same thing. It's just like a template. Because nothing much is happening. He goes to talk about the same job this, job not that, and the cabinet got to do, and you got to do your work. Don't mind social media. That's the same social media he hates. People were on the use social media against the previous government. Today, he said they should not mind. The man said, the Yahoo on Facebook criticizing he and his officials should not mind you. Let them do the work that God will reward them. That now he know God. Nothing. Amen. Hey, Mr. President. But we know, man, we know. People all want to play no job. People complaining, they're crying all over. And the president, he said no. So nothing he has said different today. So let me bring this one in. CDC Lofa County chapter. They had this news, Unity Party people, that CDC has been dismantled. They exaggerated the number because Thomas Fowler were in Lofa County, and not Lofa County, but his headquarters, his political party in waiting. And they said dozens of supporters of the Congress for Democratic Change left CDC and joined Unity Party. So the Lofa County chapter decided to give a news conference to clarify. I thought let me bring just excerpt from that, then we'll go to the line because time is fast spent. By the time we can, all right. So yeah, we go just a few minutes, please. Then we'll go to the line, just a few minutes, not long. Just want you to listen to a portion of the briefing. Okay, if we can get it readily, then it will be at the close. But they had a news conference today to clarify, to dismiss what UP propagandists said.
Especially some of those former partisans are now reportedly aligned and benefiting from Honorable Thomas P. Fala. However, we demand the immediate return of all party properties in your possessions, especially the official vehicle assigned to then Chairman George Fala. You have 1 week from the day of this statement to return these items, otherwise we will pursue legal action to secure our property. Today, May 28, 2026, county officials, district coordinators, our junior heads, members of the women and the youth leagues, along with several committed partisans of the Mate CDC South, have assembled to debunk the recent public claims made by Honorable Thomas Fala suggesting that the CDC has been worked out of Lofa County. So, we wish to make it categorically clear that neither Thomas B. Fala nor any single individual has monopolistic control over the CDC in Lofa County. So, the CDC is a resolution built on the sacrifices and commitment of many loyal partisans. While some individuals may choose another political path, such decision will never dismantle the Mate CDC. So, especially in Lofa County. So, we further inform all partisans and supporters that with the guidance support of the National Executive Committee, so the ongoing restructuring process in Lofa County remains active and uninterrupted. We therefore encourage all loyal physicians to remain calm, cooperative, and engaged in the process. As we continue preparation towards the CDC comeback in 2029, we call on all partisans to remain peaceful, disciplined, and law-abiding at all times, while also urging all citizens to avoid acts of provocation and Amanda. Say you. Powerful press conference delivered by our chairman, Zayu.
Okay, except from that, so that will be doing it, and the headquarters is fast progressing. They continue to receive items from everywhere. Liberians, seditions in the United States today gave 100 bags of semen, 100 bags of semen to the construction committee, 100 bags of semen to the committee. And that's good. 100 bags. The headquarters is fast progressing. It will be open, dedicated this year. It is my timeline, given what is unfolding. So, again, the chairman of Unity Party chairman, Joseph Boakai, chairman, is before the Senate. Let's bring you excerpt of that. Jonathan Wieder.
Okay, thank you. How do you see
that Senator Nimini Batikwa asking?
Conducting an election and a candidate is felt cheated, and therefore the feel cheated, and that candidate take up an issue against the election commission, and the election commission staff is investigating the case. Thank you so much. Article 83C of the Constitution that will give that right to the commission. If an amendment of the Constitution is done, we could be looking at the possibility of a different structure to handle election protests. The commission investigating ourselves. But when that amendment is done, then I think it will be done at the level of the statute. Thank you, sir. Yeah. My last question is, you talk about domicile. Yeah. Somebody comes from out of the country or from Monrovia, goes to an ex-district in the rural part of the county, of the country, and not living there. What really consider a domicile? A person can be considered that, yes, that person is hired. Thank you. You have investment in a place, it's a place that you intend to return to. It's a domicile. A place that you have investment, you pay taxes, and you plan to return. It's a place that you plan to return. Okay. You can resign or and be domiciled in another area. Thank you, Senator.
Unity Party, National Elections Commission, President Boakai, personal friend, partisan, Unity Party, being questioned or taking questions from senators. His confirmation hearing, expect nothing but a full approval. And that's it. So let's go to the line. Before then, let's take a few of your comments, and then that's it. David said nothing has changed. Over talk. Philip Tukwa, the old man is too tribalist. All his development is focused on Lofa. Caroline Mamin Marivalli, what do you say? Okay, you are spiritual. That's good. Okay. All right, let's go to the line. I'll read those comments later. Let's go. 0772 23 99 33. Yeah, 0772 23 99 33 was the other. Let me get, I want to get it straight. Please. Okay. Hello.
Hello, Sir Maju. How you doing?
Fine.
This is Franklin G. Miles. Let me just give this information. In Rawasco, we don't get a signal in Rawasco, Grand County. Yes. So I want a key issue there because we need to be informed in that part of the country. Now, we come to the issue, the topic on our discussion. You know, the Palepo CDC for yesterday, the Bagana achieve, I need more achievement. One of the achievement is considered in removing the speaker. He's considered putting Sabaki to jail. He's considered expelling Yaka Kolva. He's considered breaking all of the laws of this country. Then also Jada Bagana considered stealing 10 million to build a condominium in local country. Then you are saying you now succeed. What I want them to do now? What we succeed, you want them to succeed. Jada Bagana considered in selling our land to Guinea. Then you say Bagana succeed. Bagana succeeded. It shall be accomplished. So we would have those are the sources of our president. So I appreciate him for selling our land to Guineans. Thank you all so much for the show.
Hello.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Mr. Andrews.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. Mr. Andrews, I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I call from my down Coast Spoon Hill, White community, and a member of Concerned Liberian for Justice. Mr. Andrews, thank you for your pointers this afternoon. Our attention has been drawn to the one that has to do with Sheikh Kuyate and that of the president. Mr. Andrews, Sheikh Kuyate has just destroyed his whole political life. And in my mind, he needs to be given no political attention in our country. All that he was exhibiting today, it was just another, fraudulent act to please his personal or the personal ego. In my mind, check, go sit down. You guys instructed President we are, and everything you did over the last 6 years, he has caught up with you guys. Today, that's why you guys are swimming in your own deception and fake grade that you guys, exposed. A fake grade that you guys demonstrated over the last 6 years. So go and sit down. Liberians will not take you to be anybody serious. That's why you guys have killed your political life. And then to the issue, Mr. Andrew, listen to the president. In my mind, the president is standing very frustrated. And in my mind, the president is giving up gradually. Look at the tone of the president today.
He's giving up?
Yeah?
Did you say the president is giving up?
That's why I'm observing from his tone today. Look at how the president was speaking. He was just putting so distorted things together. I thought cabinet meetings should be an organized issues where you will go in to come up with a policy. But how the president was trying to distort it.
Besides his repetition and distorted presentation, you know that he has this voice deficiency. He's not clear, so he struggles to come out aloud.
And even to connect the distorted things, he will find it difficult at certain point. What does it have to do with, what does cabinet meeting have to do with, social media activities?
The man said, he said his cabinet minister should not mind your on social media, your writing organs and things, you're saying organ and things, they must just be focused that God will pay them.
You see, in my mind, the president is completely aware that his testimony performing in 2029, he will be booted out. That's why he's standing the L of warning stand. So,
but let me say something. You see the irony of the very president. And the president, I say he get lazy to the radio. So then why he doing on social media that?
On social media?
So he get lazy to the radio, but he can get on social media.
Look, Steve Andrew, this president, before next year ends, in my mind, he will openly confess to the Liberian people that I will not make it 2029. Thank you very much.
Okay, man. Thank you. Have a nice day. Let's get to the women's line. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Good evening, my Bessie.
Yeah. Let's hear you, my Bessie.
Yeah. Yesterday I was trapped.
Yeah.
I said my baby hello. I said my daughter hello.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, she listen to me around low.
Yeah, she listening. She listening to you.
All right, I pray for her one day. When I get there long, she will cut in her bro. Let God be with her. Let God bless her. Let God carry her. Where was you having 200 years? You must get 300 years to live. Say your man say 10 years. Then we come to the issue. The Ebola. Any breaking. When your child sick, they say you must test a child. When your nephew sick, they say you must test his nephew. And they say that no food. That is not for Amadakwi. Why when you get people when you train, he can be weak. So they get more vote out of ourselves. So I want to do again. They see a real time in Ibrahim. What we do now fight that.
So, so what you're doing in your area now, you get bulky, you get nose mask, You get sanitizer? What are you doing? Or you're waiting for the government?
No, what I work for government. As I say that now, we'll be prepared. What up? Now, someone telling me to also play. The post are putting people there. Why I put enter to the why you also here? Now you were telling me that. So we're protecting ourselves for people. And the government will get food. No, you to take time. Nothing like that. They come to get on again. Nothing like that. We die. The world will die. I see that die will come in again. Wakawa. Thank you.
All right, man. Bessie, have a nice day, mama. Hello.
I mean, G-Spanner.
Yeah, G-Spanner, what's up?
What? You
So-
hear me, man?
Yeah, what's it on us?
You hear me, man? But you always be saying they say. I get that both right in the ground.
Who's that? So who can talk like
Oh,
that?
no. Who want to call me here? Who want to go to jail?
Who? But to call me, then we'll get you to jail for 6 months.
Oh, you want to say, Mama, you want to say, Mama, so I'm talking about both right in the ground or a crabby boy. They don't know what I'm talking about. Don't need no blame, but. Same to the issue, my brother. A man said a dream. Why then they poll a people on Facebook? I think people are carrying to power today. Mr. Boakai.
The man said that
For the
noise.
2 years.
The man said that noise you can be making on Facebook. You're wasting time here. Officials, man, I'm listening to you.
Okay. Well, thank you. I don't believe yourself a criminal that if I was today, they said they were telling them they listen to us. So they talking everybody in the country. When they say, oh, you insulting the man. Oh, man, insulting people outside. They won't get respond to it. They insult. Won't get respond to it. They all may have for the 2 year experience, but we don't get it. Come on, green or red, all the machine and the ground now grow, all the nasty, all the parts for internet water. So, there you told the baby go and get soil and pump the jaw. Everything will pump it here and for you to set it. And you are proud to say it to post it, oh, I got it, let baby go. And small, and I post soil in there, enough for it, got pump for it, I sold it for good money. That's what I pay. When they say that, they wait at him. You say hypocrisy, you must do your job on Facebook. You don't mad people on Facebook. But people are your behalf of people all over the place and today you power today. Today is something else that the have been done. What are you doing now? But you can't say that you have a job and no job. The people that get job, you try in job. You say you get 1,000,000 job. What are you trying for again? You say you get a people 1,000,000 job and like a pocket by say, oh, that was a mistake. Ever did a mistake in your pocket then? But you see the put your money there, you know, but you get up to me because the asset recovery thing, you can see no head, no thing. When you go there, that you can come from there. So let go, brother, my brother. Me, I don't talk too much on the burger issue because you think you're talking saying there's no sense to me. You say you're doing well, but you tell the post say, oh, we're not creating job. Come on, do more. You're not money. What, are possibly in the street? Same Andrew. You are breaking down people who are all over the country now. You make for whom to be in the street, in this country, the one of the for what you're doing now. Are you kidding me? People are homeless in this country. People are going with offer in bed. The children get food. Our children in school. We are crying. When we go say no money, marking on the table, the flour buying it. This is a human buying the flour buying the food. I look at the dumper. They say, "Oh, what you're doing now? That do you what? No, that devil can pay to now go. But you call it God and say it's okay. You are scared person. You are people that care. They are scared people. God cares already. We say you're dead with devil. So the devil what? I mean, everywhere you go, that wahala. Everywhere you go, that grikata. Nothing for whatever.
All right, G-Spanner.
Thank you.
All right, G-Spanner. Have a nice day. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Sanju.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, Victor Ba, calling for Justice, concerned librarian for justice. Sandu, thank you very much. Sandu, they all men telling us that we're making noise at the minister, and not listen to us.
Yeah, the man said his ministers should not read anything they put writing on Facebook. They must not listen to them. You people are noise makers. You people are just writing organ and thing. They must keep focused, and God will reward them.
Okay, but then I say God will reward them. Then why you must be crying? Say the people you don't do well. The people don't get joy. You're trying to get the people their joy. Then what you must say for? Then they are doing well. Then in later people there, Labrador point say you get 70,000 jobs. Then go and they can brought paper. The West activity government day for 6 years. I in prison. Oh, I made mistake. Let me tell you, do this. The woman told Labrador point say we are all. They put Monato. They don't know what's going on here. We don't want you telling Labrador in America say they are door. We are door. That's the same thing. The old man is chicken. The old man rest. Labrador point rescue him. So you read the call noise because he are in rest. Instead, after recurring thing, that Samuel 12 days. The latter Labrador point say they put out they are corrupt. Now they put they not found no funny. Samuel not guilty. The man went by and said they must go by and animal put Samuel in jail. Say what they hold it so no way. Because if people still honor him, you don't want to prosecute the people there, but you want to go after other people there. Because the other critical go for say you want to go after them, you not see no you get no funny, you get no result. Let me tell you, the old man has failed at the recent telling the minister there because the man want to look at that again. He said, "Must see, you want use the Labrador." And that clip is yes, we are keeping it. So let men continue to be questioning Labrador, continue to be questioning all, then continue with it for 2029. 2029, the old man will be born here with here against a criminal, then they go sit down. The people that can't call me, the people will come and take over. Thank you very much.
All right. Have a nice day, madam. Hello. Hello? You went off? Hello?
I'm right point.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Good. Thank you very much. This is Ismail P.T. Bailey, the person in Nima County. I'm calling from Crusoe Island.
Let's hear you.
Thank you, Sir. You know, let me just go straight to the point. Let's pull up from keys that are here to fool us and lie to us. You may see that you can't listen to radio, but you can listen to, you can watch Facebook. You know, look at the thing that happened in our country, St. Andrew. Go to the Desert Hospital. They used to go people and take photo and can yellow photo and can on the street. But the people are dying with Desert Hospital, they put a body outside. They rejecting patients, people are dying right on the street. Patient and the patient relatives dying right on the street. In front of the Desert Hospital. This government are patriots. They're not government, because when government got a fake government friend, that means you can even stay on him somewhere, but when your own paper, look at his style, put it down. Now how the government look at it, they put not worry. Look at the kind of thing they bring to us, say they doing lesson plate. Woo! If you make it wooden lesson plate of people, make it out of lesson plate. They put saying now they destroy our country like this. They destroy they only got political from keys. They are political from keys. Nothing about governance. Nothing. People may get somebody living water and get anything about the saying you were started. Now the people working. You think men Daniel Sanders then to go tell you what? To tell you what? The minister to go tell you what? To go lie to him and then say president, if president can't do nothing, he can't move, he can't work, he can't do nothing. Take a month, take his medicine every day, before his data to take care of you. That owner, the mistake that the people made, we're regretting it. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Yes, Sam Andrew. This is Arvin. I'm Arvin Johnson calling from Tigo Tishopo.
Yeah.
The chairman for the Concerned Librarian for Justice. So you see, the country when we have to say things, people can take it out of order. The old man came to redeem himself, not the librarian people. So he can get right to say what he want to say. His time already short. So he only out of frustration, he's speaking out of frustration and he's saying all kinds of things on the radio. But when you try to say, then people won't go for you. So but for us, we'll stay there and will not allow nothing go unchecked. As chairman of the Concerned Librarian for Justice, we'll not sit there and allow Baga to get free ride in the country. We will never agree. We will make the government to the letter. We make sure every evil deeds that they carry on will expose the librarian people, because he has already certified himself by paying a $10 million mansion in Lofa and paying a $3.3 million mansion in Ria, riding $2.2 million lesser bulletproof Vigo. So, as former president, we are younger than even Joseph Nima Pwaga never wrote $1 million to rescue librarian people. He said, former president, we are lavishing the country money on foreign travel. But today, I think he joined the traveler. So we always speak to truth to power. We get people in the area when we try to speak and they try to go after us.
The whole year people going after me because they say, oh, you chairman for Conseil Labour for Justice, you speaking to the government in the wrong direction. Now everybody's also be on you pace. For me, I here to checkmate government. So if the government not doing the right thing, we will stay and we will go against the government for doing the wrong thing. But Thomas Falapa, he's just making a soon carrying him too.
No, I'm talking about Thomas Falapa. Thank you. Hello. Hello? You one up, gentlemen. Let's go to the lady. Hello.
How you doing, Mr. Andrew?
I'm doing fine.
I'm patiently calling for people in the morning for saying I pray for church. Mr. Andrew, bro, don't be looking for president again. They don't be looking for president again. After everything.
Patience. You went off, Patience. Your line went off. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Sam Andrew.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I'm Peter David Castle. I call from under the street light in Lower Johnsonville, an outstanding member of the Concerned Labyrinth for Justice. Mr. Sam Andrew, thank you for the fascinating discussion. You know, the first thing, the president, he does not even have a presidential voice. I'm listening to the recording that you played. The man talk about job creation. That one is just lacking. Not just job. Every sector of the Liberian society is in totally shambles. The economy, just like Boaka and Konisi government, they don't have the innovation to attract investors when it comes to job creation. So nothing we are going to experience. The same way Joseph Boaka's voice is very much low and weak. That's how the country is running. And that's the kind of man that people brought to us. They say they won't be defending. You can't defend. You have a president that is zero in everything. Nothing at all. And let me appreciate the chairman of the CDC in Lofa County, and Honorable Akui, for that particular disclaimer. They did extremely well. Thomas Falapa has that antiquity mind that it is articulated to the unity partisan, because these guys, they also kind of meta problem. You know, CDC is being destroyed. From where in Lofa? CDC will never be destroyed. In fact, that has been their tactic. From the beginning, they told us that there's no CDC. Today, the only thing you can hear, say, oh, we will never come back. That was their first slogan. The second slogan, we will never come back. Today, now they are seeing the reality. Even we are now come back, now they are slowing down. All those things. So that is the kind of tactic that when you wear green shirt, the mentality change to negativity, and it becomes a serious infectious disease. That is a major problem now of Thomas Falapa. And that's why he has been greatly, indoctrinated into. So CDC is very strong in Lofa. I hear from Lofa and precisely from Zozo District. We are very strong. We were there during the campaign. And Canton now we're still going back home to create awareness. We have our people there. We are going to disseminate the information to them. And our messages are still resonating with our people. Because just like Imam Boaka are totally still. Look at what he was saying.
All right, Chief.
George, we have paved the road from Banga all the way to Salary. Then you can talk about delegation. Why are you going to delegate?
All right.
That groundbreaking have already been done. Just like Imam Boaka, you should be telling us where from Salary to Medicoma, where you have gone. You can talk about groundbreaking and that of
all right, Chief. Thank you. Let's bring on the next person. Hello.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, this is Concerned Labyrinth for Justice, and I push for the return of my president, George Manuel Weah. You know, I kind of feel sorry for the president. You know, I don't really know how the cabinet ministers can really look at him sitting before them, and he acting like he is presiding over a meeting. You know, look at the presentation. Look at the way he talks. When he grabs this one, he will not end it. He goes for another one. Okay? You telling us about job. How many times have you not talked about the job creation, Mr. President? How many times? every day you go to cabinet meeting, you talk about job creation. And the job has not been created. Why repeat it? Can you find another way? What is the reason you guys cannot create a job? Can you come clear and tell the Liberian people the truth? But every day you go, job creation. You talk about groundbreaking. This is the first time I think if America said it right to see somebody, a president doing groundbreaking in a rainy city, you don't wait to happen to go break ground for rainy city. Then at the end, another thing you come out to say, oh, we got to wait for the rainy city to pass before we can continue. All of the projects that is taking place in Alofa, our acting chairman of CDC in Lofa County, he was not wrong when he said all of the development is centered around fire, and that is creating disunity among the people. Here we are again the rule. The rule is starting from Sierra Leone and Liberia border, coming towards fire. So as we were trying to the night camp, go for big 100 times, and which of course I know you will love the election. Then at that time, if when they will do anything there, then the road will be around fire. He has no regret. He can just pass from here, he enters the balloon, he pass outside, he enter fire, he get back up, he go. So everything he's doing is just completely continually dividing the people. And this is why we find our brother, our stepson, when he went, I mean, refer to it as a prodigal son, that when you say Lofa has fallen, how do you determine that? You don't think it's so easy to pronounce the falling of Lofa? At this time, where we are, when the Guineans are taking part of fire, then you declare that Lofa has fallen to Joe Boakai? But we will not be deterred. We are here. The president is completely disconnected. The president is confused. He don't know what he do. His voice gone. We don't know what toilet on his setting will bring. We don't know what toilet on his head will bring. But God who is all. Thank you, Andrew.
All right, Mr. Kai. Have a nice Thursday. Hello, madam.
Yeah, I do that now. They say I forget for my children. They see what it's true. Any father will be for or it will promote. They may all proud in a group for a they don't see that money and any double, your man sister say you thank you. That's all better. Your money our taxes are up by you thank you. That is how.
All right, my busy. All right. So let's take this one from the main line. Hello.
Hello, Sir Andrew.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, good evening. We are. It's a message for His Excellency, the greater man and the most popular Liberian in the Republic of Liberia and around the whole world. It's the most popular Liberian, Osmani Weah. Thank you, Sir Andrew. To be precise, I heard yesterday on Holy St. Johnson. And I want to tell St. Johnson something sweet. Whatsoever person that fool
we're done with that thing, or we discuss
okay,
it.
Go here.
Yeah.
Okay, while the top here, so let me go to A. Thank you, Brother Sir Andrew. Because I want to be a business in him. Thank you. What I may say, for His Excellency, who is in America for the FIFA World Cup for 1 month and celebrating our son and our brother Timothy Weah. I want to say congratulations and bravo to the success of Madam Weah for her successful touring. That today all is tapping on another blessing. And you and I and the Kings FM family are tapping on another blessing today. I want to make a comment to the Unity Party and our colleagues that are attacking or everywhere we go, they are calling us we are welcome. This for nothing and nothing they are benefiting with. They don't get car, they don't get keke. The reason somehow are serving this man because his legacy and his kafu is into somehow in time for education. In time for education is in all. So when we walking on the street, let us walk on the street and we will serve him. Today the party chairman spoke on our former brother and friend member of the CDC, Timothy Fala. There's a warning cabinet to Timothy Fala. If you want to be under the umbrella of Joseph Braga, stay CDC out of you. Stay CDC out of you. Because when you are not stay CDC out of you, a President Weah will come from May or July or August to put me out of your house. Huh? I will not go anything. I will debungle you.
All right, Chief.
I will debungle you.
Okay.
Enough is enough. We are tired. We are tired. 2025 being patient on a president. We are being telling a patient. Now, too much of patient, you are relying on all. So we will not be patient. And these lies are coming in. Come to the now. Nobody in the part of the and nobody.
All right, Chief. Thank you.
We put fear in all.
All right, sir.
We are getting prepared and we will get prepared.
All right. You're there extremely well to spice up the show. Just so you have this one on your plate, the Justice in Chambers has rejected the rate filed by the lead lawyer of Samuel Twe, former Finance and Development Planning Minister Arthur Johnson, and what came out as jury tampering. The Justice in Chamber rejected the rate to dismiss the investigation over alleged jury tampering in the 6.2 million corruption case. What that means is, just as the judge opened investigation and Councillor Johnson went to the court said, look, my man, the man has the right to investigate. So we cannot grant your request. The judge must proceed to investigate. Liberia Code, what the code is more political, you can see it, too clear, too very, very clear, too very, very clear. So, yeah, where is Arthur Johnson?
We have gone to the Honorable the Supreme Court on the petition of writ of prohibition to prohibit the conduct of the judge. That does not mean we are discrediting the judge. No. First, we want to appreciate him, the manner and form he conducted the trial. This was a seriously, legally charged and intellectually engaging trial that he was able to manage it by the techniques and tactics of courtroom management to the extent that the case ended. To see the judge now, that we know with all of the caliber of lawyers that were before him, including a former Associate Justice of the Supreme Court, including a former judge of the ECOWAS Court, who was a lawyer before him, to conduct that trial in the manner and form for us to reach to the conclusion of that case, again, has up. But this post-disbandment of the jury investigation is ultra-virus, is illegal, is in violation of the law. And we don't want to believe that it is the judge that we know in the case. So that is what we have done today. There is a petition that has been filed today. There is a stay order on that investigation, and we'll go to the Supreme Court to give our case. We have the laws in our favor. The laws are there. We just want to inform you. We're not fighting to influence any decision, but to inform you as to the developments that are unfolded there today and are unfolded. The next thing is this. These three jurors were asked in court, is this your verdict? The judge on every occasion in the trial told them, when you have any issue with anything that happened there, in the open court, tell me so we can address it. They said we have no issue. And we understand why all of these things are happening. Most of these jurors are public servants. We understand, we get intelligence that people are pressurizing these jurors in the places they work, and their jobs are under threat. And we don't believe in that investigation that I am unfolding because it is an attempt to influence people over there, to lie on people, and for people to run with it as a propaganda machinery. The law is the law. The old tradition of our country have said from almost 200 years on the existence of this country, from 1816 to present, in our principle, they said once the jurors have dispersed and resumed private status, recall becomes constitutionally dangerous and legally improper.
Just as all of you have said that the case is political, is a witch hunt, Unity Party government wants to get Samuel Tway in jail at all costs. It is evident. It is no suspicion again. It is the reality. Not only did Arthur Johnson confirm that,
because this is a witch hunt. This is a witch hunt. We cannot change the laws because of Samuel Tway. We can't do that.
not only did Councillor Arthur Johnson confirm that as the lead lawyer, but you see what has unfolded. The Supreme Court say, no, you go by. Judge, open investigation. That investigation continue with it. And whatever, let's make sure that Samuel Tway goes to jail. So you can see that the court is being used, is being tossed to and fro. The court is politicized, then it is judicially or independently independent. No, it is not. The court is politicized. Why you see unfolding? Say, no, my man. Y'all go by, man. The judge has the right to look in the case. Even if those people, if the disbanded jury stay out for 6 months, 1 year, and they came back and said XYZ, we will still grant them the right. Listen, though it's not going to happen, but just for discussion's sake, they go into the investigation, retrial, Samuel Tway is found guilty, Samuel Tway lawyer file, or juror come out and say they were tampered with. You will never see the court saying, you investigate. They will dismiss it because Samuel Tway will have been in jail. At all costs, the president's intent is to get Samuel Tway in jail. Listen, when we tell you, I can believe it. Your gay Boaga gone and staying in from where he can boss we are here. That man, that Boaga man, you see so. That guy is wicked to the core. Grudge. That's what they have. You see Degens? Hey there. And you people were in there. Oh, this enchanted sedition, this enchanted sedition. The people were using your. They both say they stayed there for 200 years. That all they wanted to just get in. And you heard G Justice, you ain't seen nothing yet. 2027, 2028, you'll see. They will start jailing people here and there. The military will come outside. They will do everything the people already planned at it. They say, let's break the George Weah man. Let's break his inner cycle. We can get to him, even though we try to get to him. But let's break his inner cycle first. You think when you're here, that when you're here, the people saying they will stay in power 200 years, you think that you're mere political talk. The people know what they discuss. They know what's up. But listen, CDC is not a fun institution. President Weah is not a Peking, and I'm baby. President Boaga is the president, but he can never attempt anything on George Weah. Not a single Unity Party person. The last thing they will ever want to do to get to George Weah. The last thing. And the last thing they'll ever. They can't even daydream or night dream or afternoon dream or anything in that direction. This place is not for Unity Party. This is not the Republic of Unity Party. This is the Republic of Liberia. So whatever they can do that a business, Samuel Tway, all of that thing, you can't take Samuel Tway back. You can't open another investigation. You can do a retrial. If there was tampering, then it means the judiciary is messed up. It means they expose the vulnerability. And no juror going to lie over there that the defense lawyers bribe them or tamper with them. They will have to say the truth. They will have to say the truth. If they were tampered with, because everything was in their cycle, even though both parties have the right to examine, but who provided security? That the people that are defense were mining there. the non-defense are doing everything, there are persecution. So they will have to tell the people. If government lawyer told them, they will have to say it. If government lawyer spoke to them, they will have to call the name of that government lawyer. It's about cleansing. It's about cleansing the judiciary. It's about, if it does have integrity, it's about enhancing the integrity. The judiciary in this situation is at the crossroad. Partisans of Unity Party, you will be excited and motivated and sentimental because you want Samuel Tuer to go to jail. Because your rival enemy, your bitter enemy, CDC and George Weah, because Samuel Tuer served in George Weah government. So you are excited. But you people are damaging the very judiciary, your claim that you're rescued. What is unfolding? It's not right. And listen, people have said this thing repeatedly. We are saying it over and over. One person can be there forever and ever. One person can be there forever and ever. Nobody can live forever and ever. Nobody can stay in power forever and ever. Only one person forever and ever. Only one person, that God, everlasting. But every other person has an end. The power you get, it can end. The whatever you have, it can come to an end. That's what they call transitory. You heard what the writer of Ecclesiastes say. He say, vanity of vanity. All is vanity. Meaning, all of these things, power, cow, house, money, wow, all of those things are empty sounding. They're just there to make people feel excited, motivated, make people pompous and every other thing, but they are in transit. That's why Jesus said, the power will pass away. The money will pass away. The fame will pass away. The political stuff will pass away. Everything will pass away. What was he referring to? See, they are all vanity. They're in transit. They are all transitory. They say only one thing can fail. Only one thing can fit it. Only one thing can fit his word. So, you do it. But you can. All right. Just so you know, that's what came up not long. Let's go home. George Weah returns to the presidency 2029. The caption is clear. The caption is cast in stone. The next few minutes, under the caption, George Weah returns to the presidency. Let's talk political loyalty. And this is specifically to those who are still holding on. Those who still believe in the policy of George Weah and the Congress for Democratic Change. Specifically, you are the ones I am speaking to. You seditionists, friends of CDC, are the ones I am speaking to. Political loyalty is that unwavering devotion and allegiance a person puts into war, a political party, a person, and on and on. No one is coerced. No one is forced to join a political party or to get along with a person. Every person who joins a political party or identifies with a person have taken up time to review that party's or institution policy, that person's idea, in politics called manifesto. And after the person have done that and is convinced, the person now commits himself to that. But before committing oneself, that person takes into consideration the consequences of such a decision. That every decision is costly, no matter the magnitude. Every decision on earth is costly. Against that backdrop, God himself said, before you take a decision, you must sit down and count the cost so that you have the time to finish it, lest you are mocked or not mocked. That line can be used in the political context, and that's why I brought it in. You people who are still standing with former President George Weah, stand. You people who are still standing with the Congress for Democratic Change, stand. Just like Jesus said in Revelation, or not Jesus, but Paul. He said, when you have done all to stand, stand, not only stand, but he says stand firm. When you have done all to stand, stand firm. It is not easy in a culture of ours, a party that is no longer in power, to have all of the people still standing with it. At this point, you now realize commitment and pretense. You find people defecting or leaving, as you have seen. Not only they leave, but they trumpet as if they are nationalists and loyalists. They are not nationalists and loyalists. They trumpet for recognition. That's what you see all over the place. George Weah did. Unity Party, CDC did not do this. CDC did. George Weah did. It is because they want recognition. Not only that, but they want money. Not only that, but they want sustainability, security. A loyal person, a person who is loyal to a party, doesn't defect from that party. Why the person don't defect? Because the person took into consideration all of the existential factors politically. There will be ups and downs. There will be difficult times. Ultimately, we or this party may not be in power forever and ever. And if this party is not in power, what do? Leave? Only find it necessary when they're in power? Or in difficult times, stay? A loyal partisan stays with his or her institution in difficult times. A pretender turns his back in difficult times. It happened to Jesus. In Jesus' trying and difficult times, all of the people that said, love, commitment with those people, they turn their back. Every one of you who are with George Weah, the future is not over. The future is not bleak. Because they have crossed over based on vulnerability, based on their belly, based on no integrity and essence and value, they will tell you, they will speak publicly that CDC future is over. Weah future is over. Weah is not coming back to the presidency. It's because they have to say something. So that the sponsors they have gone to now will put something across the table. Everybody, right now, Unity Party needs everybody it can get on board. Unity Party is not rejecting, because Unity Party is the ruling party, and Unity Party has the thousands and the millions. Yesterday, everybody was praising George Weah and CDC. Today, George Weah and CDC not there. So, Boakai and Unity Party has the money. So they drifted. They're on that side. But you have opted not to trade your integrity, your value, your essence, your political purpose for money, for recognition. You have the will to do that, but you opted not to do, but rather to struggle with your party, to stand and stay and live the loyalty of your party, a commitment. Please do. Stay the course. Don't give up. The mind game is still on. They will make statements to think that it is not possible for George Weah in the Congress for Democratic Change to get back. But only one person has a country future, an individual future: God. People can say that George Weah would never come back. Liberia is not the first country such a statement was made and it's been made. Before Liberia, political situation of this nature, several countries around the world, the citizens said that. They called years that they will stay on. They used the word never. When the time came, the person and political institution they said was never going to come back, came back. Only God has the future. I appeal to every one of you that's still standing with former President George Weah in the Congress for Democratic Change. You are demonstrating loyalty. Loyalty does not betray, even when that person no longer has it. Loyalty stays with that person in the struggle. They walk together, live together, work together, do everything together politically. Loyalty does not betray. Loyalty does not trade itself for money, for another party's favor. No. Loyalty is just like what God said of marriage: for better, for worse. The same principle or instruction of marriage is the same in politics. It's the same marriage. When you take a decision and you go into actualizing that decision, and it is consummated, meaning it is completed by the form that you sign, that political form, just as the married people sign the form, that document binds you people. It's an affirmation of your commitment. So it goes in good times as well as in bad times. Meaning, there will be bad times. There will be time that you will not be in power. There will be time that things will not just look rosy. What do? Do you leave? You see those guys? Every one of us watch movies. There are two reasons we watch movies. If you don't know, I should share it with you. One, the first reason we watch movie for entertainment, amuse ourselves. The second is for education, exposure. Now, given the film that you are watching, and now we use those warlike movie or war movies, when a person, the leader or anybody within the rank is under intense fire or is facing a terrible struggle, what do you see? They make sure that that person is rescued, or they stay with that person. They wouldn't leave that person to die there. They would do everything. When you see that, you know what they are demonstrating? Loyalty. Loyalty. In good times as well as in difficult times. You don't leave people when they are no longer in the position. You may sound right, and you may exercise your right, but the rest of society will know that you are never a committed person. The rest of the people who are with George Weah, they can take a decision to leave. They have everything. But they swore a political oath of commitment, of loyalty. All is not rosy within the camp of the Congress for Democratic Change. But those loyal men and women are standing with their party. Don't mind, don't be carried away by those who have left. It is the norm of society, though it should not be the norm, but it has become the norm. And it tells you, it shows to you how people can stand certain things. So hold on. You are demonstrating loyalty. You are demonstrating commitment. 12 years. 12 years, CDC was not in power. George Weah was not in power. You stood with your party for 12 years and you survived. You achieve what you set out in your personal life to achieve. God had been with you. Along the way, you were persuaded to leave CDC. When CDC had not come to power, when George Weah had not come to power, the power that be then, they persuaded you. You know your stories, then I know. And you never gave in. Those 12 years, you stay on and you had that conviction that CDC and George Weah was coming to the presidency, and it did happen. Maintain that same loyalty and commitment. No wait is in vain. No wait on earth is in vain. It may seem long and hard, but it's profitable. Those who have left, it was the time to leave. People left Jesus. It broke Jesus down, but Jesus kept his focus and he achieved. People left Paul. People left great leaders of this world. But it did not upset them. They remained focused, just as George Weah and the Congress of Democratic Change is focused. Maintain your loyalty. Hold on. Hold on. Nothing is lost. There is everything for you to gain with the return of former President George Weah to the presidency. Keep your loyalty intact. Continue to show to people. Listen, out of politics, given what you are doing, do you know out of politics people respect you and say we can have you in our organization? Do you know that people take decisions against people, for people, based on what they say in this political era we're in? Many people don't know. Some of you seditious, not even all of you seditious that are holding onto your party, demonstrating commitment, people can look at you and say, we need you in this place. Not a political organization. And it's because of your commitment. You will not know that they observing you, or they did observe your commitment to CDC, and know that it is what is in you. And they are proud to have you with them, that you demonstrate that same commitment and loyalty. Society watches. Society sees. Society observes. So, hold on. Maintain your loyalty commitment under the caption, George Weah returns to the presidency 2029. Nothing is impossible. Again, Unity Party people know they are afraid. The name George Weah is a terrifying name for them. They know that the name is a force. They are afraid of the name. It is the only name that they are afraid of. There is no name. There is no name on this political earth of Liberia presently that Unity Party is afraid of than George Weah, the name. That is why they are doing everything. All that you see happening around is because of one name, George Weah. And in this situation, nothing is so significant, important, and honorable than to stand with your leader, stand with your party. George Weah returns to the presidency 2029. Let's go home. So FC Barcelona, we should report FC Barcelona, great news. We have signed Anthony Gordon from Newcastle, England. Many thought that Barcelona was headed for Joao Pedro of Chelsea. Our sporting director, Deco, flew into England, and some of the British journalists suspected that, given the news that came out and on. But he had different thing on mind. Why the league was coming to an end, Deco was negotiating with Newcastle. Newcastle had been very receptive. Newcastle is one of few teams that have very good relationship with Barcelona, and Barcelona has with them. So when the league was ending, the remaining games, that negotiation started. Deco did not fly into England yesterday and completed the deal yesterday. No, it was ongoing telephone conversation here and there, back and forth. And then finally, the authorities of Newcastle requested the presence physically of Deco as the sporting director of Barcelona. And with the permission of the president, Jean Laporta, he flew into England. And just so you know, Anthony Gordon is the request of the coach himself. Barcelona coach Hansi Flick was the one who recommended that the club sign him. Anthony Gordon is not a substitute. No. Meaning, in negotiation, what they call substitute, that you want a certain player or a given player, but say no way to get a person and say, oh, let's go to the 1 year. No. He has been a priority. A priority. We played Newcastle 2 legs, and the coach was impressed by Gordon's performance. Moreover, he saw Gordon's performance in some of the league games of Newcastle United and on the national team. It was Hansi Flick who requested personally for Anthony Gordon. And Deco started that negotiation why the league was coming to an end. That's the reason why you saw that it was so fast. Many people didn't believe it when it was announced. Oh, quick. No, they started ever since. Now they are focusing on Alvarez from Atletico Madrid. Just so you know, Anthony Gordon arrived in Barcelona today. He did his medical. He passed the medical. He did sign a 5-year contract, and now he will return to England to team up with the national team for the World Cup. So officially, he is a Barcelona player, Anthony Gordon. Presently, as we speak, negotiations are taking place between Atletico Madrid and Barcelona for Alvarez. FC Barcelona, the world's greatest. I see you. Hey, I see you. Well, what Crispy say? Crispy say what? What is trying to say? Chelsea what? Chelsea told him no. No. Chelsea did not tell Barcelona no. Barcelona was never interested in Pedro or Pedri, whichever way you call him. Come on, Chief. But listen, if Barcelona was interested in the man, it would take Barcelona nothing to open negotiation. Barcelona is about to pay 100 million for Alvarez. And Pedro, whichever way you call him, he's under 100 million. So Barcelona can't afford it. Barcelona can, but he was never Barcelona priority. Deco has never been interested in him. That news just came up. Barcelona have been discussing, my man. I'm a Barcelona fan. I'm telling you, I live on Barcelona website, official website, where we get credible information. Now they Facebook thing, sensational thing. And that discussion started nonsense. You see how the people there were in a twinkling of an eye. It surprised everybody because it was ongoing. They highlighting in the pipeline discussing. I see you. I see me was greatest. Okay, man. Please join us. Join us tonight. You know exactly what it is, man. The man of the hour, the doctor himself, the teacher of the land, the light of the nation, the evangelist, Anthony Atlaw, A.B. William, with Face the Issues. This evening at 8 o'clock. You don't want to miss it. If God permits, we're back tomorrow. Yes. Thank you ever so much.
From the latest news to your favorite tunes, we've got your back morning, night, and afternoon. Join our family, connect with your crew. Kings FM 88.5.